Hi everyone, this is Kishore and welcome to Excel Learning Program. In this session, we are going to look at pivot tables. Pivot tables helps the users to summarize and analyze the data as quick as possible. These are all the different features which are available with pivot tables, and we are going to learn about all these features in this session. Let us move on to the session. I have a table over here, and please do remember that it is always ideal to deal with tables instead of ranges, because a table is a dynamic whereas a range is not a dynamic. Hope you have already seen my previous videos to know the difference between tables and ranges. Now I am not going to discuss about tables versus ranges. Let us move on to the session. I want to insert a pivot table from here. See, there are some fields over here. In those fields, you can observe salesperson name is available and category has sold. It means these are the different fields, and the quantity he has sold and total value. This table basically deals with a salespersons who sold different DVDs in different months in different categories. Now I want to insert a pivot table to see what are the different categories which have been sold by different salespersons with different quantity and their totals. How can we do this? To do this manually, it will take a lot of time. It will kill your time. But it is very easy to deal with pivot tables to know all these. Now, click on Insert tab, click on Pivot Table. As soon as you click on Pivot Table, it will throw you a dialog box. Under this dialog, you can select different features. The first one is select table range. Since I have kept my cursor in a table and click on pivot table, it is automatically selected my table. The table name is data, hence it has selected data. However, you can also choose the source data from an external data source. We are not going to discuss about external data source for time being. It will be discussed later in this session. Now, another feature called new worksheet. Where do you want to insert a pivot table? Whether it is to be inserted in new worksheet or an existing worksheet. If you click existing worksheet, it will enable you to select the location. See, if I select my location here, it will give me pivot table is going to be inserted in K2 cell. If I click OK, my pivot table will be inserted over here in this existing worksheet itself. However, I don't want to insert my pivot table in the existing worksheet. I want to insert in a different worksheet. I want to go with existing feature called new worksheet. Click OK. As soon as I click OK, a pivot table will be inserted. If you observe the pivot table, this is a blank pivot table, and these are the different fields which are available with pivot tables. You can see this is first pane and this is second pane. This is called pivot table field list. What are the different fields which are available in the source table? Those fields will be appear over here. Now you can activate and deactivate this pivot table field list by keeping your cursor position away from the pivot table. If you keep your cursor away from the pivot table, this field list will be disappeared. If you keep your cursor on pivot table, these fields list will be appeared. You can also see a contextual tabs over here. The first one is called options, second one is called design. We're going to discuss about this one later. Now, as we have asked, I want to see the category and quantity sold and total value of that particular category. As soon as you click on the category, quantity and total, these are added as a row label. Category is added as a row label, see, like this, and quantity is added as values labels. See, these are all the values, and sum of the total values. These are the sum of the total values. Now I want to format these values because there is no comma between these. I want to give some nice formatting to these values. The common mistake each and every pivot table user is see, they will select up to here and apply comma format like this. This is the common mistake that every Excel user will do. But why it is a mistake? If you observe, if you change the table, then this format will be disappeared. See, now I want to show customer or salesperson, or let us category and movie name. See, my total field, you can observe my formatting has gone. If I come back again to the category, now there is no format. How can we overcome this? Just give a right click to that field and select number format and select number and use thousands operator. Click OK. Now the same thing has happened, but what I'm going to do is I'm deleting, select a movie name. See, my comma style is retained. Now I'm moving back, removing this one, select category. See, now you can observe my comma style is retained. Earlier you have observed that comma style is disappeared. Like this way you can apply a comma format. And let us see. So far we have seen activate and deactivate the pivot table, and we have already seen know the sales by category and number of units sold. This is what the table is. Know the sales by category. This is action category, adventure category, animation category, and these are the quantities that have been sold, and these are the values of the quantities sold. And apply comma style. We have seen how to apply a comma style and drill down into pivot table. This is the most important feature of pivot table. See, I'm able to see from here under adventure category there is a quantity of 1036, but where is this 1036? How can I make sure is it really 1036? See, you can make sure by double click on this particular category. Just give double click. You can drill down to the respective category. See, this is the adventure category. This is the quantity. You can select this quantity. You can see 1036. This is the value exactly we are able to see over here. See, 1036 and 15,684. You can also see this. See, what is the value over here? 15,684. See, 15,684. This is called drill downing the pivot table. This is how we can drill down to the pivot table. Now, group by the columns. How can I group by the columns? Now, what I want to see is, I want to see the salesperson who sold this. See, you can observe under action category who are all the salespersons which are involved in sales of this action category, you can see I also want to see the movie name which they have sold. See, now you can observe these things looks some odd, so I want to collapse the things. You can do this with different ways. One is click over here and give right click and expand and collapse entire field. If you click, you can observe that these have been collapsed by grouping the category and the employee name. Under this category, who are all the employees involved and what are all the movies they have sold, you can observe like this. See, if you want to collapse the movie names, you can select the employee and give right click and collapse the entire field. However, you can also do the same thing using options tab, collapse the entire field. Now you will be able to see the employee name or a salesperson who sold these values, but not the movie names. How can I see movie names of a particular salesperson who sold those? You can click on this plus symbol. Now it has been expanded. This is the way how you can group by your requirement like this. Now let us look at another feature called rows and columns. Now you have observed that these are all the different rows and columns. Now I want to change my category from row to column. Now I want to delete all these which I have selected. There are different ways to delete. One is uncheck this one like this, and another one is drag somewhere else out of the row labels. See, like this I can also do the things up. Now I'm adding category salesperson. I don't want quantity and total will be enough for me. Now I want to change the category from row to column. See, I can drag it like this. See, now I'm able to see the employee names as a row labels and the category which they have sold as column labels. Like this I can see. This is how we can change the row labels versus column labels. However, there is one more feature over here. You can observe this is a total value. You can also change from total to count or maximum, minimum based on your requirement. See, I'm able to see total of these values. You can also change to count. See, now it has been changed to count. I don't want like that. I want to change again back to sum. Click OK. Now this is how we can see row labels versus column labels and values. Now another thing is filter sort. How can I filter? See, I want to see only particular employees. See, I want to see Bobby and Kiran. If I click OK, I'm able to see only these two names. Like that. How can I remove filter? Select all, click OK. However, I can also sort ascending or descending like this. Sort descending. See, like this. I can also apply filters and sorting.